going to try to do my stream with the back camera. Hopefully these connect. I'm guessing they didn't, but that's all right. So let me just check my phone to see what it looks like. See if you can see me. I was hoping it's like a little more high quality. Okay, fantastic. You can see me. So today I'm going to be talking about how I did like the DIY like rhinestones on my Air Force Ones. So I just bought these. These are actually kid size because my feet are so small. But I'm going to be talking about how I did all the rhinestones on these. I did one side already, and now I'm going to go on to the other side. And so what I got was I had gotten a kit from Amazon. Where did I put the kit? Here it is. So I bought this whole kit on Amazon. I think it was like $15. And it came with a whole lot of rhinestone stuff. So like if you really want to make like rhinestones like your business for like nails or something, I mean this is definitely the kit for you. Because it came with like a lot of stuff. And I literally just need the kit for, hello commenter. I literally just need the kit to like rhinestone like one side of like each shoe. But it came with like a whole bunch of other like rhinestone stuff in this kit. So it had like all these, I think these are like for nails, like the brushes that are like the like tools you do nails with. It also came with this like white colored pencil. I guess this helps pick up smaller rhinestones, but I don't know. That just seems like that doesn't make sense to me, but okay. And then it also came with this little rhinestone dish and like brush with like a hand on it. I guess like you can like brush the rhinestones back into the box with this. But like really I have not used the majority of this kit. I only bought it because I saw like another like TikToker bought it and she like had the exact size rhinestones that I wanted. And I just like did not like have time to like, I don't know, I guess research what size rhinestones I needed. Yeah, I will be rhinestoning up the shoes. There were like other color choices that did come with this kit. So like it did come with a whole bunch of like black and like red rhinestones, which like I'm gonna wear these shoes primarily for like Disneyland. So like I guess I could have done like the black and red. But I decided to go in with like the clear rhinestones. So you can see that like I use the majority of this like 5th box here. So pretty excited to go in and do the other shoe. It will definitely be very time consuming. It also came with all this. I think this is like E6000 knockoff glue. It's the B7000 glue. So it came with a bunch of these. So I've started using, oh, I don't know which one I started using. I think it's this one. But I've just been putting it into this little like glue dish that they have. And then using these tweezers that came with it to place them on this shoe. And I think it looks not bad. Like I wouldn't say, like you can see some of the glue, but like it's really not like too bad on the shoe. But yeah, it came with this whole kit for like $15, which isn't too bad. I think like, especially if you're gonna like do this for like nails, this would be like a really good deal for you. But I literally just needed like the glue and like the rhinestones. So here we are. So I am going to now move on to the rhinestone portion. I'm gonna try to tip the camera down so that you can see like what I'm doing on my desk, hopefully here. So I'm going to go in with the outside of the other shoe that I haven't done. And I'm going to put, oh, I put the rhinestone dish away that I needed. I'm going to pour the rhinestones out into this little dish just so it's easier to pick them up. Okay, you guys can kind of see what I'm doing. So I'm going to pour out what remains of the 6 here. I think these are the same size as 5, but I don't know. And I don't want to like mix them up. So I'm going to just dump this whole thing out here into the little rhinestone dish. And then I am going to put my glue into, there's already so much like dried up glue in this dish, but I'm going to put our like B7000 glue in here. And it does come with like a nice little like point on it. So like, I guess I could go in and like just put glue all over the shoe and then just go, but it makes me nervous. So I just put like a little bit of glue at a time just because it does dry pretty quickly. But what I did learn in terms of a mistake from this shoe was I did try to leave some white portion And then I feel like it was like too much of like the white border at the end, so I like went back and did like another like bottom layer of rhinestones. But I think I'm gonna try to just do 2 rhinestones like on this edge piece, and just like space it out better. So I think I'm gonna start there with kind of like this outline. Well, I guess the outline's crooked. I think that's what screwed me up. But I think I'm gonna try to just go in with like 2 rhinestones like all the way through like this part of the stripe. So here we go. So I just pick up the rhinestones with the tweezers, dunk it in a little bit of glue here, and then just place it on the shoe. And we're gonna do this like 100 more times, basically. The glue's already sticking to the other rhinestones, which I don't want it to do. Take my next rhinestone, dip it in the glue, place it on my shoe. Go with a tweezer, please. All right, I'm gonna try to center these like a little bit here, just so that. Okay, how did I do the edge piece of this shoe? Okay, it is like a little bit of a vertical line because I have created a vertical line here. I don't know if that's what I want, but I guess it is. So next, I'm just gonna try to keep it so that it makes sense. I guess this one's a little more freeform. I mean, if anything, the other shoe came out fine enough, I guess, but hopefully this one's even better. So I'm sure there's people that do this slower than I do and people that do it quicker than I do. But, you know, just going at the pace that I'm going at. I don't know how people make this like their business on like Etsy and stuff. I mean, this drives me crazy. After I did one shoe, like I didn't even want to do this shoe. But I am trying to space it out better just so there's like an equal amount of white space on each side, which I think was my issue with the other shoe, and it just did not look that good. I don't know. I literally just like looked at pictures of people like doing their shoe because I figured it was just so individual that I didn't need to watch a video. So now I'm here just trying to rhinestone a shoe. I also bought kids shoes just because I do have smaller feet, and so it didn't necessarily make sense for me to buy like adult shoes, especially if there was a chance that I might ruin them. So these are kids shoes, so I don't know if maybe like the check on these is smaller than like if I were to buy like the women's size shoes. I have no idea. But I've seen people do it with like the pixelated Air Force Ones, and that looks pretty cool because like on the pixelated shoes, I think those are the pixelated shoes, like the check is down lower, so it's cool because it's like some of it's like on the rubberized part as well with the rhinestones. But I just got like the basic cheapest Air Force Ones that were available, so especially because I didn't know if this was going to come out good or not, like whether I was going to ruin like a $70 pair of shoes or not. But so far so good. Just make sure these are all spaced out. I think I'm putting too much glue on because they're like moving a little bit, but this is definitely kind of an arduous process, but I'm just worried about not gluing them enough and then them like popping off at Disneyland. Like that would be very embarrassing for me. So I am trying to separate out the rhinestones in the dish like a little bit before I grab it with the tweezers, just so that I'm not like grabbing a whole bunch with like the gluey tweezers. But I definitely think I'm potentially way over gluing, but that's okay. I think there's worse problems to have. I think it does diminish the shine a little bit maybe, but I'd rather have them be more securely on the shoe than shiny. But like to buy these shoes like on Etsy, like they're like a couple $100 to get them rhinestoned. So I figured, you know, I could get something close for much less, but this is just very time consuming. I also am not that artistic of a person, so I just don't think I like truly have the passion for this, but that's okay. Doing the best that I can. Get my hair out of the way so I don't get this glue in my hair. I did get a bunch of glue on my hand yesterday when I did the other shoe, and I was like, I don't even know how to remove this. Like, I think nail polish remover gets off like E6000, but I don't know. I think I was able to just peel most of it off. But we are working our way through the check here. Just trying to make sure that the spacing looks good, just so that there's like an even amount of like white spacing on each side here. I was also watching TV last time that like I did the other shoe, so I don't really know how long it like actually took me to do. I hate these little glue strings. So we'll see at the end of this stream how long it is. I did like a DIY tutorial the other day on like making my own like mini ears, and that took me like over an hour, which I didn't think it was going to, so I don't know. All right, putting this other rhinestone on. That one was way too hard to put on. I don't know why. Oh my gosh. Stop coming with me. Okay. I think I might need more glue because this is drying out a little bit here. It dries quick, so I try not to put too much in at a time just so I'm not wasting too much, but I do have 2 more of these tubes, which is nice of this company. I think like if I truly used like every rhinestone that was in here, then I probably would need to buy more glue, but I'm not gonna do that. I don't know yet what I'm gonna do with the extra rhinestones. Like some of these are like definitely for nails, like these really tiny ones, like I just would not even know how to like put those on like a shoe or like a shirt or I don't know what. And I think I tried to put rhinestones on my nails like once, but it was just way too much, and I think it like came off like the next day, so I'm like, well, we're not doing that again. All right, working our way through the check here. I thought I glued this rhinestone down to the tray. I was like, already this has happened? It does smell very strong of glue right now, which I don't love. I maybe should ventilate, but that's all right. We're just moving right along. The rhinestones must continue. I think the rhinestone look would be good for like a special occasion. I don't know if this would be like an everyday shoe, but I've seen people wear it for like their like wedding or like some sort of bridal event, just because it's like a white shoe, but you made it like look nicer. It's like a little bit more elevated. So there's many purposes for these, and I don't necessarily know if it's everyday wear. Okay, I just lost a rhinestone. Oh, here it is. I like first was trying to lay out the rhinestone pattern that I wanted on the shoes, and so I like didn't have glue. I was just laying the rhinestones out, and I was like dropping them all over the floor. There were like 6 or 7 rhinestones on the floor by the time I was done. I was like trying to find them, but they were so small. I was like, ah, the shimmer, it's over there. Another problem is I have long nails, so these rhinestones just want to cling onto my nails instead of the shoe. And there's the little glue strings that drive me mad. But I love like as you get farther along with this and it really starts to like take shape. But I'm trying to make sure that the white space is like kind of even on both sides. But look how much progress we've already made on these. There's definitely some glue strings I need to clean up, but could be worse. I don't know, I picked up too many rhinestones. My hands are starting to get sticky, so it's starting to become a little trickier. So a lot of these rhinestones are like not flipped the right way. Oh, this tray helps flip them over. I didn't even realize that. That was convenient, because now they're all like flipped the right way. That's a really useful feature of this tray. I thought this was literally just a tray. Obviously this kit had some thought put into it. More thought than I am giving them credit for. yeah, this is actually really useful because now all the rhinestones are facing the correct way. Beautiful. Just doing the same thing over and over here. I'm just dipping them in the glue, and then I kind of place them on the shoe, and then I like move it over to where I actually want it to go. I don't know if these tweezers that this kit came with are like significantly better than like, no, I lost one. Get out. Okay. I'm trying to make this one work still. Than like just like regular tweezers that you can get at the store or like probably already have, but I didn't want to ruin my actual tweezers, so I'm using the ones from the kit. I feel like these would be like good like false lash like tweezers or something, just because they're like angled, so it'd be like easy to put on like an eyelash. I don't want to accidentally like touch my face with this glue here. But my fingers are kind of already starting to get glued together, but keep moving on here. But I feel like I'm pretty happy with the other shoe, so that's like good motivation to continue here. I feel like I'm like almost halfway through like the line part of the check, so that's exciting. I do kind of wonder about that white colored pencil and if that would like truly help like pick up these small rhinestones. I feel like it wouldn't, but no, I'm obviously no rhinestone expert. All right, glue is starting to get dry, so I do need to add some more glue to my little tray here. But we're making progress. This is where we're at, and this is where we're going to be soon, so we are getting there. All right, adding some more glue in here to the tray. My fingers are starting to stick together already, so I'm gonna try to get some of this glue that's on them off a little bit. Just try to peel this off here just so it's not as sticky, and try to get the glue off the tweezers. I'm sure there's a more scientific, elegant way to go about all this process, but this is what worked for me, and I did a shoe with it, so we're gonna do another one. Oh no, I almost lost this rhinestone in the glue again. All right. Don't fall. I feel like I should keep this other one like in the view for like where we want to be versus like where we are. Now I'm gonna grab 2 rhinestones. I feel like a lot of my strategy is just like getting it onto the shoe and then like positioning it where I need it to go. So I'm trying to make sure that like the white space in between is like the same on both sides. That was my issue with this shoe, so I had to try to go in like with some more rhinestones on the bottom, and like they weren't fitting, and it just wasn't quite the look. So hopefully this shoe is better. If not, I have the other shoe that I'm sufficiently happy with as well. So I really can't believe that I did the whole shoe and I was like manually trying to like turn over all these rhinestones when all I had to do was shake this little tray and they would have all flipped over. But we are getting there. We're making slow progress. I just feel like I'm like racing against the clock to like see how much of this glue that like I put out that I can use before like it dries. I think at some point I'm not going to do 2 rhinestones. I'm going to switch to 3, and I'm just trying to like assess when that point is going to be. So we shall see here. But I do feel like I've wasted quite a bit of glue, so I maybe should have like put out less glue at a time. I just like didn't want to like keep going back in and like adding more glue, but I guess I could have conserved more resources that way. All right, just making sure that like the white amount on each side is about the same. I'm nervous about taking these glue strings off. Yeah, because I'm going to like mess up the rhinestones that I did put on here. Alright, just scoot those back over. But like these ones that are like at the top, like the first ones that I did, like these ones are probably like dry almost. Like not to the point where I would touch them, but they're probably almost dry. Although I do have like a lot of glue that is going on here. Okay, I think soon I'm going to start expanding to like 3 across. I'm just trying to look at like this other shoe, and I like started doing 3 across like quite soon. But I do like it with like the white border. I do feel like that looks nice. Oh my gosh, I'm sticking to everything here. So just placing it and then pushing it to where I want it to go. I'm gonna be quite mad if I wear these shoes and then the rhinestones like pop off like the first time that I wear them. I'm just wearing like some janky looking shoes, but we'll see. Okay, I don't know if I even got glue on the right place here, but we shall see. It's smelling very much like glue in here as I'm hovering over this. I'm wondering if these rhinestones are like a little bit bigger than the first set, just because these were in a different container and I did think they looked a little bigger, and I thought I was going to be able to do both shoes with like the ones that were in the like I think I did with the 5 container, but like this is all that I had left from after one shoe, so I had to move on to these, but this is fine. I mean, these are, I'm thinking these are like the same size, or if anything, it's just like a very small difference in size. But I haven't reached the point yet where I feel like I could put like 3 across, so I guess that's good. That's like less work for me to do. Just worried about not getting enough glue on these, but I definitely feel like I have so much glue going on, so that's probably not that big of a concern. But just scooting these gems over so that they're not overlapping. Sometimes they want to overlap, but making it so that there's an equal amount of white space on each side. Just slowly getting through the check. Oh no, I lost my rhinestone in the glue here. But just getting through this here. I think I'm almost to the point where I could start doing like 3 across. Might see for the next one. I think there's too much glue on the shoe for me to try to just put it on and space it out. Like I think it would have to just be like a for sure decision. No, I'm losing this in the glue. Come out, please, sir. Okay, you are very glued up. It's okay, just better for sticking. I guess this is why my fingers are so sticky, is because I'm like trying to pull glue off of my tweezers and now it's all over. I don't know. I do think these are bigger rhinestones than these almost, because like I could fit 3 across on these, and this like it still looks fine with just 2. So I guess I'm going to keep going with just 2 because I may as well save the time, effort, and rhinestones if I can. So I keep dropping these in the glue. I have too much glue here. So just placing it on the shoe and then pushing it to where I want it to go, and just getting some rhinestones ready here, because this is definitely getting harder, and I think that's my own fault. So like it's just harder to pick them up because the tweezers are gluey and my hands are sticky, so we'll see. But yeah, I feel like it still looks pretty good with the 2 across. I'm like to the point where it could probably be 3 across here, but we're making good progress. Maybe I'll do like one more row of 2 and I'll move to 3 across. I might regret this decision, but I guess we'll see how it goes. Okay, I probably need to get some more glue here. It's definitely drying up, which is, I guess, like a blessing and a curse that this glue dries so quickly. But I definitely wished on the other shoe that it didn't dry so quickly, because I would have just like shoved all the rhinestones down. Then I wouldn't have had to make like a third row of the rhinestones. But yeah, the glue is definitely pretty dry now. Well, I don't know if I should go 3 across. Like, I feel like it still looks pretty good with just the 2 across here, but we'll just keep going. I mean, it's gonna look so blingy anyways. I don't think anyone's gonna notice if there's like slightly less bling like on the straight part of the check, but as you can see, you just gotta get going, and it happens kind of quickly. It definitely happens, I feel like, faster at first when my hands aren't as sticky. But we're making it work. We're making something work here. We got the fresh glue. We are ready to party. So yeah, I'm definitely globbing glue all over these. I've seen some of these like on Etsy where people will like rhinestone like the whole thing. Like it will even be like this front part of the shoe it's rhinestoned, and that is like just so much work. Like just even doing the check part is so much work. But you know, it's the price I'm paying to have these like, you know, custom Air Force Ones. And I guess I could have just paid someone like a couple $100s to do this, but you know, I could do it myself. Okay, I think maybe it's the point where I'm going to start doing 3 across now. I'm like so torn. This is, I feel like, the biggest like crisis I'm having is like if I start adding in more. I guess because everything's so gluey right now, I'll just keep sticking with 2 and I can always like add more on. Oh no, I dumped another rhinestone in there. So I could just push them all so that it fits if I do want to do 3. Which I feel like I'm really quickly getting to that point where I do want to do 3. So it's starting to be like a lot of space like between the white portion here. Okay, I'm gonna say this row I'm gonna do 3 across because it's starting to look like a little bit more space here. Oh, the glue is already rapidly drying here. This is what makes it hard, I feel like. It's just me battling the glue, which is like not even a problem. I'm just like making it a problem, I guess. And also just like my hands are so sticky. That's probably the biggest problem, is that my hands are sticky. I wish I was ambidextrous. That would be fantastic for crafting, but I am not. So, is there even any glue on this one that I put on here? All right, we're gonna do it. We're gonna go for 3 across. I've made up my mind. We've hit the point. We're doing 3 across. We're starting to expand the check mark here. Feel like we're kind of less out of the straight part and more into the larger section here. So let's do it. Well, I don't know if this needed to happen yet, but that's okay. Looks fine. Well, I don't know. I maybe could just stick with 2 here. Yeah, I might just stick with the 2. Okay, this next one's gonna be 3 for sure. That one was just like a little too tight. It did not look that good. Okay, let go. It's like a rhinestone doesn't want to let go of me. Okay, this one doesn't want to stay on the tweezers, so. Okay, this other rhinestone is still stuck to my hand. I can see it. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, I don't even know if I glued the right side of this one, honestly. All right, well, I'm going to take the rhinestone that's stuck to my thumb then. We're going to glue you next. All right, I'm doing it. I'm going for 3 across on this row. Oh, no. Tipping everything over. I mean, I think it makes more sense on this row than the other one, so. Actually, I might, like, put this, like, in between, like, a little diagonal. Yeah, I think that looks good there. Yeah, I think it's time to start moving to the row of 3. I think even that one could have been a row of 3. Push this up a little bit more. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to make this look better. Maybe that one should have been a row of 3. I don't know. It looks okay. We're just gonna keep moving on with this. Oh, okay, definitely flipped my glue thing over. My glue dish. It's funny because my hands are like so sticky and I'm already getting tired of rhinestoning and I haven't even hit like the bulk of this shoe yet. But now this part's like less straightforward because I don't know, I feel like there's like no exact formula for how many rhinestones to go anywhere. Like for the straight part of the check, it's just kind of okay, keep going with 2 across, but okay. I just don't want so much white space, which I think I've done well. I think I've accomplished the goal here. So I am wearing one of the outfits that I probably am going to wear to Disney, so it's exciting. Just the whole vibe is coming together. Okay, I definitely need some more glue. I don't think there was really even any glue on this. Let go of my finger, please. Okay, stick on the shoe, not to me. I'm just sitting here and just talking to my rhinestones. No big deal. All right, not sure if that one's going to stay on. You just add a little glue around you. Maybe that will seep underneath. I think maybe if I had like a trial pair of like sneakers to try this on, I would maybe try putting like just glue all over the whole thing and then just trying to like arrange the rhinestones on it, but we'll see here. But I really feel like it's starting to take shape. Like you can kind of start to see the outline. I don't know if I love the transition that I did here from the 2 to the 3, but that's okay. We're making it happen. I'm trying to like move the rhinestones over with my non-glued hand, but everything is just so sticky already. So I probably should get like some nail polish remover to get this B7000 knockoff glue off my hand. Okay, let go. This rhinestone does not want to let go. But hey, this is an art, not a science, so no one's gonna know all the struggles that I had putting these together. They're not gonna know that I feel like the rows look weird. Like now I'm rapidly starting to move to like 4 of these across in a row, just kind of becoming more of an abstract pattern here. Because I don't want it to be like too much of lines. Okay. I don't know if this quite needed 4 yet, but that's okay. We are going for it here. Now it's starting to really take shape. I think I've said that like several times, but it is. Starting to really come together here. But I am trying to like leave a white border around it without having it be like too much rhinestone. Because I do like the ones with the white border. I've seen some of the shoes on Etsy where they go like all the way to the edge of the check. Some of them do like a little white border, and I do like the white border a little bit better. It's also just like less rhinestones and less work, so I'm about it. So I feel like I have like a little bit less border here, but that's okay. Making it work here. So all my rhinestones are like starting to stick to each other for some reason, and I don't know if it's because there's glue in this tray or what has gone on, but I need some of you to separate away from the rhinestone that you're next to. All right, I'm gonna try to go 4 across on this one as well. I actually did a good job of spacing out all my rhinestones here. Just trying to move right along with this process. Yeah, I feel like that's like a good amount of white space on each side for this last row that I did, so feeling good about that. Okay, I just grabbed another rhinestone. There went, I thought I was going so quick. I thought I was making such good progress, and then now I'm stuck to a rhinestone. But we are working through it. This is like the hardest part just because this is like such like a little free form shape now. Well, my hands are very much covered in glue. So this one's probably gonna be like 5 across. Last time I did it where I made an outline and then I filled it in. And I mean that looked good. This looks fine as well. Either way. I don't know. I feel like the transition parts are not as good, but honestly, no one's gonna be looking at my shoes that closely, so it'll be all right. My hands are just so gluey right now. Like every time they like touch something, it's like getting stuck to it. Like don't have any more like clean fingers to like be messing with these with. Maybe this one isn't going to be 5 across. Maybe it'll just be a 4. I feel like that's like a good amount. A white space on each side. Oops, I'm moving all these over. Okay. I maybe might start to do like an outline here. I don't know. The rows are working out decently for me, so we might just stick with that. My glue's starting to dry up, so I'll need to get more glue here. Oh no. Everything is sticking. Ay. Alright, just putting a little bit more glue in my dish here. But it is slowly but surely coming together. Oh my gosh, there's so much glue all over my fingers. Ay. Okay. This is also like stuck to me. Okay, we're almost done. Just keep pushing through, Catherine. Ay. Why did I start like a craft project at like almost 11 o'clock at night? But that's all right. We got the fresh glue and we are ready to party. Although I definitely just drenched this rhinestone completely in glue, so it's too much party. Do I even have a rhinestone on here? Okay, I do. It's just stuck to the tweezers. Yeah, I think maybe like had I put glue all over the shoe and then just put rhinestones on, that could have worked. Gosh, I like didn't even know which side was up on this one because there's so much glue on it. Okay, I probably should get the glue off these tweezers and then that will make the next one easier. I've seen people where they just have like where like the rhinestone like sticks to like a little like I don't know like tool that they have and they're not doing it with tweezers, so I wish I could get my hands on one of those if I knew what those were, but I don't know what those are, so I'm just here doing it with tweezers. I've done other like rhinestone projects like paper like poster projects and like cards and stuff with rhinestones, but I've never done like a shoe or like clothing item with rhinestones, so I don't know. Like with the bigger ones, like it was fine to use tweezers, and these ones, I mean, it's working out fine, but there was probably a tool that made it easier. But looking at the tools in my kit, this seemed like this was the tool. Or I guess I could have sharpened like the white pencil and seen if that worked, but I don't know. Just like in my mind, that didn't really sound like something that was going to work, so I did not try it. So guess that's on me. All right, so now we are at like 5 across here, so you know we are making progress. It does look like a little bit more like, I don't know, I feel like you can see the lines a lot more than you could like on this shoe, so I don't quite know like which look I might like more, but this one I think is better for like the white space for sure. So if it looks like a little bit more uniformed, I guess that's like a fine trade-off, because the other one I was like definitely a little stressed about trying to add in like more rhinestones so it like covered the white space, and this will be easy because hopefully I'll just like it after the first go with this, and I won't need to try to do anything extra, which so far I think it's coming out fine and dandy. I mean, it Could it have come out better? Sure. Anything could come out better, but it definitely could have been a whole lot worse. So, pretty happy with it. I'm so nervous that I'm going to spend like all these hours rhinestoning these shoes and then they're all just going to like fall off. Like that would just be so sad, like, and embarrassing. Because I've never like seen anyone like walking in like rhinestone shoes, so I don't know if like people are just like spending all this money on shoes they're not wearing or what, but I guess I'll find out. I'll probably try to wear these around my house. I'm just gonna be so sad if all the rhinestones pop off, so I'm gonna try to make sure I take some pictures of these before that happens, which hopefully it doesn't. Okay, my hands are like so gluey that like I like drop this rhinestone, I can't even like pick it back up here. Okay, we're just gonna try to dunk you in here. Okay, we're kind of running out of glue, so that's a problem. This glue is drying because I can see it's like starting to make little strings here. So I'm just gonna preemptively add a little bit more in here. I know the glue's like sticking to the dish. But I do like this because it actually has like this little like needle on the glue so that like your glue doesn't like dry closed, which is nice. Because I definitely feel like that would happen with this very powerful glue that I am using here. Hopefully this is powerful glue. I think I maybe should have got some E6000, but I figured the B7000 would work just as well. Okay, I can probably do one more across here. This glue is thick on tweezers and on me. Don't fall in, please. Okay. I thought for a second I had like a rhinestone that like fell in there and I had just left it. And I was like, when did that happen? But that's just, I'm just seeing things. I'm just imagining things now. All right, these could be a little bit more spaced out. So there's like an equal amount of white space on each side. But we're really just adding in kind of like the finishing touch, just like a few more rows, like probably like 5 when I say a few more rows, but you know, it's not too bad of a process once you get going. Would I do this again? Questionable, but like I thought like about doing the inside of the shoe, but like now that I'm here, I don't think I have the motivation to do like the inside part of the shoe. Plus, like, I would just be worried that I would, like, trip on myself and, like, knock off a bunch of rhinestones. Okay, I'm trying to find some easy ones that are separate because everything is so sticky right now. Actually, this might only be, like, 3 or 4 more rows, actually, looking at it. If I don't pass out from this glue first. I can't smell very well, so it's probably like extremely strong glue because I can smell it, so we'll see. I didn't pass out the last time, so should be fine. Should be fine and dandy. I'll probably just get like weird nightmares tonight or something from inhaling all this glue. But that's all right. I'll have beautiful shoes. Okay, I'm like literally bedazzling my hand because all these rhinestones are like sticking to my hand instead. I've also put rhinestones on my face. I used to do that like for like football game days. But we are getting there with the shoes. We are getting there. So I'm just kind of adding in the final piece here. Hello, commenters. I'm just putting on hopefully the last like couple rows of this shoe. I really feel like we've had, hello, I really feel like this has been one heck of a journey and my hands are just so gluey from this. I'm just so sticky. But I do think it's coming along nicely. Like, we were very close to looking like the other shoe here. So, looking good. Plus, we just got some fresh glue, so feeling fine. I think I'm almost to like the tip of this shoe. I have to think about how I want to do that piece here. Let's see. Oh, the rhinestones are sticking to me, but I'm gonna do like the tip of the shoe here. Perfect. That works. I am putting rhinestones on. I am rhinestoning my shoes right now. I have my little tray of rhinestones and my glue. The glue is mostly all over my hands, but almost done with the shoes. The end is in sight here, so I'm very excited. I am customizing my Air Force Ones here, yeah. I did the other shoe already, so it's looking good. So now I'm just doing the other side. I'm just doing the outsides of them. Some people do the insides and the outsides. That is just a lot of effort. I'm just doing the outside checks. Some people do like a whole lot more. But my hands are so like glued after all of this. So now this is becoming a little more freeform. Oh no, I just took off like 2 of the rhinestones. Fantastic. All right, push these back into place. I think I do need more glue here. I'm lucky that I wear kid-size shoes, so these Air Force Ones were actually not that expensive. I think they're only like $65, so it wasn't too bad. I also have a student discount, so that helped. If you're a student, you can get, I think it's like 10% off or something at Nike. Yeah, this is okay. I think this rhinestone's just like a goner because that one is stuck to my hands and there's so much glue on my hands, but I'm so close to finishing. Like, there's just a little bit left. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. There's a lot of people that do really cool like customizations with their Air Force Ones, but I am really not that artistic. Like, I wish I was like artistic enough to like paint something, but I am not. So I'm doing some rhinestones, so that works. But almost done here. I'm trying to make sure there's like a good amount of white space on each side, just because on the last shoe I did not have that, and I had to go back and add in more rhinestones. So trying to avoid that problem here. Oh no, these are all sticking to me and not the shoe. Please get on the shoe. Just sitting here talking to my rhinestones now. Okay, this needs one more in here. So I'm definitely kind of running out of white space here, but that's okay. I know I have really tiny feet, so I'm really lucky that I can get kid shoes. So that is definitely a blessing, because I was also worried I might just ruin these shoes and it would be like a really sad like waste of money. Okay, everything is so stuck. To me, but we're almost done. This is so close. Okay, so excited for these. I do have a lot of glue strings everywhere that I am looking at here. So close. But I am hoping to wear these to Disneyland, and hopefully I don't embarrass myself with rhinestones falling off my shoes, especially after I spent all this time putting them on. Okay, I just like the final few. Oh my gosh, the end is in sight here. And I don't want to grab any more glue, so hopefully this just stays good. Oh no, the rhinestones are sticking to me. Don't do that. Okay, so close. This is like, there's just like a few more that need to go on here, so I'm getting so close to the end. My glue is kind of starting to dry up, but that's okay. This actually might be the last one. I might make this the last one. Okay. Beautiful. I think this is the final product here, so pretty hyped about it. Looks like the other one. So the nice little outsides of these are done. Let me try to tilt this so you can see me as a person here. But yeah, I'm pretty hyped to wear these at Disneyland. I'm not going to hold these up too much because I want them to dry, but not bad. This one I did try to keep it like more like in lines, just because I was like really focused on like the white space as opposed to like the first pair that I rhinestoned. Like it was definitely a little bit more like free form, so it did end up, I think this one has like more rhinestones on it than this other one, but pretty happy with these. So, but this whole kit was from Amazon, so pretty good deal for like $15 for the kit, and the shoes are like 70 bucks, so much cheaper than getting some that were like custom made on Etsy. All right, let's see if I can put these rhinestones back without making a mess here. This actually came with like a little rhinestone tool to put them back in that I should be using, but all right, some of these might be too glued to reuse, but that's okay. All right, my hands are very glued, but I am pretty happy with the final result of the shoes. So it's really not too hard if you just have like some patience. Like I think it's definitely doable for anyone to make these. I mean, you could even do like the inside checks if you wanted, but thank you all for tuning in. Hopefully maybe you're inspired to make your own rhinestone Air Force Ones, or like really you could rhinestone any shoes, but thank you.